Hi and good evening to all our listeners. Once again, on behalf of my company Elan and my team, I, Pankaj Malhotra, welcome all of you. As I always say and believe that skill development is the key to succeed in any area of life. And we at Elan always try to provide maximum learning and value so that you get the right direction, knowledge, and guidance for all the success you deserve. We try and invite guests who have made a mark in their respective fields so that we all try and learn from them through their experience and expert advice. In the same sequence, we have a very special guest with us today. She is a dynamic professional with over 18 years of experience in diverse fields like aviation, hospitality, and education. Her exposure to various cultures of the world and expanded horizons drove her to pursue a career in the field of image consulting from Consell Institute of Image Management USA and soft skills training from Image Consulting Business Institute. She has been working with people for their development and enhancement in areas of appearance, behavior, and communication. She has conducted several workshops and training seminars and successfully trained more than 3,000 people over the years in different industries. She is a principal, a thought leader, she is a motivational speaker, and a learning and development coach. I am proud to have Ms. Shavinder Kaur today with us, and I welcome you, Ms. Kaur, on behalf of all the listeners. It's a pleasure having you with us today, Ms. Kaur.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pankaj, for such a warm intro. Well, I'm honored. A big hello to all the listeners today. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this wonderful, power-packed podcast interview series hosted by Mr. Pankaj Malhotra and his entire team at Elan. I've been listening to a couple of interviews over the time, and my compliments to you, Mr. Pankaj, for getting interesting topics and speakers on board. I'm sure it's great learning for all the listeners.
Well, thank you so much for all your kind words, ma'am. And we definitely, as I said, we try and bring more and more value. And again, we are privileged, we are honored to have you with us today. And I am sure that all the listeners, all the people who are listening to us would get to learn a lot from you. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, Pankaj, yeah. On that note, quickly, I'll give a brief about myself. You have kind of narrated everything about me, but I have a couple of things to add. Being an experienced school principal, an L&D coach, image management specialist for many years. And I also want to add here that I belong to Army fraternity as my husband is serving the Indian Army as a colonel. And because of that, I had the privilege of traveling across nation and abroad. So learned so much that what we are going to discuss today. I started my career in the hotel industry, as already mentioned by Pankaj, in prominent hotels like Marriott's, Radisson, and of course was associated with many companies, NGOs, schools, aviation industry for a couple of years, that is around 18 years. And I had many successful stints. So I thank God and the hard work that really allowed me to speak all about myself today. And having said all about my professional and personal life, well, basically, I wanted to convey that, wherever I traveled or I worked, it became very imperative to have a profound knowledge of a couple of things that we're going to discuss today. So, Pankaj, over to you.
You belong to the army background. That gives us immense pleasure again. We all are very proud of our armed forces, ma'am, and a big salute to you and to your family and all the armed forces in India who are protecting us day and night. Thank you so much again. So we have been getting a lot of queries, a lot of questions. So if you permit, can we start up with the question and answer session, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you so much. Let's start it.
Sure. What I wanted to know, Ms. Kaur, that how important is a person's appearance? What do you think about it?
Yeah, Pankaj, everything starts from appearance. I always say this line in my sessions also, that people listen with their eyes because we speak with our appearance. An image is formed within few seconds of people meeting us, and we make it or we break it, and it's just within few seconds we make an impression. And mind you, there are surveys done, and of course, in communication, that we feel that a verbal communication is conveyed by just 7%, and vocal is by 38%, but the rest, that is 55%, is by the body language. So I'm sure by now, and we know that why it is so important to have a good appearance, and why it is so important. So, when I talk about appearance, as I already told you, that when people listen with the eyes, uh, we speak with the appearance. That is a very powerful line. Your appearance will only convey what you want to convey. See, right now we can't see each other, but while we are talking, I'm sure we have already formed opinion about each other. So whether it is virtual or whether it is face to face, the appearance play a lot of role. So over to you, Pankaj.
Rightly said, Miss Gaur. And I think there is a saying that the first impression is always the last impression. So that says a lot about it. Thank you so much. So we move on to the second question over here, Miss Gaur. That what are the key areas to be taken care when it comes to good communication?
Yeah, so what I was talking in the beginning, why it becomes imperative to have a profound knowledge of both the appearance and grooming and communication skill, because they are integral part, they are interconnected. So whenever we talk about communication, we have to understand why it is required to that extent, that we can't just play around with words, we can't just be casual with words. So we all know that this is an English word, and of course it is derived from the Latin word. I'll just go back to a little bit of the how the communication has been derived. It is a Latin word, and it is means communis or and communicare. So when I talk about communis, that is a noun which means similar, sharing, and in communicare, it's a verb which means making something common. So when you are going to talk or convey something, you're sharing your knowledge or you're sharing your thoughts, you got to be very careful about it. So it's a very vast subject, and of course I have to sum it up in a couple of minutes. So I'll briefly tell you why and where, what are the important key areas. You've got to understand what is your goal when you want to do a communication. So couple of things we should keep in our mind. What is our goal? Why do we want to achieve this communication? Why I'm having a communication with you today? I should understand my goal, And then next important thing is that you should assess the environment. What kind of people are involved? What could be possible communication barriers? What kind of what is the history behind the communication? At times we have a very good communication, but then we forget the different styles of communication. See, depending about goal and situation, now you have to decide whether you need to have an aggressive kind of communication, or assertive, or passive in your style. Do you think I should be aggressive in your meeting right now, Pankaj?
No, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to understand the style which has to be appropriately used. At times, a good communication can end up into a debate, and then we have kind of show. We really realize that we don't realize where have we ended the communication to. So and also a very important thing is that what kind of communication are you having? Is it a formal communication or informal? Are you talking to your boss, or are you talking to a colleague? So there are different areas where communication plays a very important role. At times, we also neglect the medium. See, I might sound a little technical on this question, but this is how it has to be dealt with. There are a couple of medium through which communication has been done, whether you're texting, or you're talking to a person, or you're sending a mail, and you're so casual about it, where it has to be very formal. So that's where we can end up having a very bad communication skills. So Pankaj, another very important thing, and I'm sure all of us know, that is listening. So do you agree that listening is very important, Pankaj? Because I feel because of that, the communication cannot be complete.
You are absolutely right, Ms. Kaur, because what I have always believed that listening is the first step. Until unless you are a good listener, you cannot be a good communicator.
Yes, exactly. And half of the time we don't listen to understand. We just listen that we are a part of the conversation, but we don't listen to comprehend it. And that's where most of our communication are unsuccessful. And that's where we don't get those kind of outcomes. I'm talking about the business front, and of course in personal relationship also. So this is actually the root cause for anything which is happening good or anything which gets uglier. A couple of other important things that you should keep in your mind, that you should control. I mean, at times, stop using the you messages, which is like moraling or you're preaching, and people are just not interested in that. And when you keep your egos aside, the communication gets any day better. At times, I feel, not at times, mostly the emotions in relationship got to be very subtle when we have a communication. If I have a kind of discussion with you right now, Pankaj, and we end up into a debatable sentences, I'm sure if we are emotional enough to each other, then we will take the communication direction into a better way. But otherwise we'll end up fighting only. So understanding others' perception in a communication is another very important aspect. And let's stop assumption. Assumptions are very bad at time, because we think, "Arey, usne ye socha, that is why we did this," or "He was thinking like this, that's why I spoke like that." So all these assumptions again are definitely a big no for a good communication skills. And let's stop the blame game. The blame games will not solve any problem, and of course it will not lead into a healthy conversation. Do you think empathy also matters in that, Pankaj?
I think yes, of course, empathy is very important.
Yeah. So if we are not taking care of the empathy part in our communication skills, we are definitely not going to have a fruitful discussion. And at times, we are always looking at that win-lose situation. We are always talking to win a debate, but I don't think so. There's no point always winning an argument and losing a relationship. So let's try a conversation which has a win-win situation. And that is it. I feel there are so many other key areas, but this is what I feel are the most important aspects. Should be taken care when we want to acquire good communication skills.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kaur, for bringing in such clarity when it comes to communication. Yes, of course, people they talk a lot about communication, but yes, you've given a lot of clarity on this. So I hope our listeners would apply to that, and yes, of course, they would get to learn, as I said earlier as well. Thank you so much for that, Ms. Kaur.
Thank you.
So we move on to the other question. We were talking about appearance.
Yeah.
So this just came into my mind. Is it possible? Can a person change his or her appearance? If yes, how can the appearance be improved?
Yeah. So another very good question you have asked, Pankaj. Appearance definitely can be improved. But remember that, initially what you want to convey, all our appearances are definitely conveys a cue. It conveys your authority, it conveys intelligence, financial success, at times trustworthiness, and authority. So appearance definitely can be improved, but you need to have a deliberate efforts to be taken care about. At times we feel that so what, I'm okay. Right now if I'm sitting on a session, I could have just sat casually, but I am definitely dressed up right now because I want to feel that kind of josh while I'm talking to you. So appearances definitely boosts your morale. Now it can be definitely improved by many ways. You have to understand, when I spoke about that pie which speaks about body language, that is like 55% of it, which occupies the chunk of the pie, wherein the appearance definitely holds the important aspect of anybody. See, let's understand the image. What we are talking about is a cycle, how you feel and how you dress up and how you work on it and how other people perceive. It's a vicious circle. I hope you're understanding, Pankaj, what I want to convey. We got to be very careful how we dress up. So now coming back to the question, how and when it is required to be, improved. First and important thing is that your clothing, definitely you might think that why we need to dress up if we have knowledge and skill, but have you ever seen an incident anybody going out without clothes? Do you agree with that?
Absolutely no.
We
Of
don't.
course.
We have never stepped out of our house without clothes. So
Absolutely.
that is the importance of a good clothing. Now we got to understand where and how we should dress up. A break and make images can be done by a good clothing sense. Of course, we can talk a lot on that. A woman should be wearing nice, formal dresses with a light makeup and shoes and not slippers, and adding a layer of a scarf or a dupatta when we talk about, and a delicate jewelry when I'm talking about a good appearance. Similarly for men, they can dress up with a nice match suit with plain socks. So here I'm talking about the dress etiquette. All right, literally, you have to take care of each aspect, and you have to actually pay a lot of efforts on your hygiene as well. And owing to the present scenario, hygiene is a very important aspect. I hope all of us agree to that this is the important thing that we should be following. And here to be neatly trimmed and styled, and wear a good cologne to avoid body odor. These are a couple of tips which I'm giving you. Your shoes must be polished, and always keep a mouth freshener to avoid a mouth odor. And at times when we shake hand with other, and if you have a sweaty hand, I'm sure the other person will never love to shake hand again with you. So these are the grooming etiquettes where I'm talking. I'll just give a small example. If you remember the CEO of Facebook,
Right.
yeah, he's always seen wearing a turtleneck, no?
Absolutely. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. I will not say those turtlenecks are very casual dressing. Of course, there are big designers behind him.
Right.
But when he wanted him to be presented in the front of U.S. Senate Judiciary to testify the user data privacy, if you remember that incident,
Absolutely,
2018.
I do. Yes, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
he was dressed up in a match suit with a proper shirt and a tie because he wanted to be taken seriously there in front of people. You know, so that is what the impression of a good grooming and appearance make difference in your life. When you want people to take you seriously, you got to be dressed up definitely in a manner that people take you. They don't take you for granted. No, this person is not. He is actually taking care of the data of our entire world. All of us are always on Facebook. So that's where he could have worn a turtleneck and gone there. But why did he do that? Because that is where his appearance and grooming mattered. So this is how there are many examples that we feel that will give us the reason why we need to be careful about it. And at times the appearance, see, it's actually a deliberate effort. It is not that you just continue doing it without a reason or rhyme. You want to basically communicate to people that you are a accessible, authoritative, capable, helpful person, officially precise. You're not a casual person when you want people to take you seriously. So these are few things why I feel the appearance is very important, and we need to take care of clothing, grooming, and body language. These are the three important elements of appearance, and this is how it can be improved.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Kaur. To all the listeners again, please, as Ms. Kaur rightly said, that please dress up according to the occasion, especially while going for any of the interviews. Please do not wear casual clothing over there, people. All right, Ms. Kaur. We were talking about appearance, so that brings me to the other side of the coin. We always hear about appearances being deceptive. So, do you think that this expression appearances are deceptive? Is this true? And if at all it's true, why?
Yeah, another very good question, Pankaj. Well, appearances surely can be and are deceptive. We as being always believe that what we see, and judging a book by its cover is an unintentional trait, but you can't stop happening it. So to avoid it, we as the communicator should give 100% to convey what we really intend to convey and to avoid misconception. I'll quickly give a small example. Pankaj, if you want to hire a chauffeur to drive your wife to one place to another, so whom would you choose? There is one chap who's got a tattoos all over body and not properly dressed, and other is properly dressed. So whom do you think your wife will be safe to go along?
Of course, if we talk about the appearance, I would be going along with the guy who doesn't have any tattoos and who is decent looking.
Exactly. So you've already made an perception about the person. But eventually, this was a hypothetical example, and it was, if it was a virtual, face-to-face interview, I would have showed that it was a picture of a same guy, just that he had tattoos in one picture and other he wasn't. So, this is how we start assuming about somebody's appearance. So, indirectly or directly, what I say is that you got to be very careful what you want to convey. So definitely looks are deceptive. So now it's your choice what you want to convey.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Ms. Kaur. Okay, there is one thing which we've been hearing a lot, Ms. Kaur, and of course, because you are an expert in that, I just wanted to know that what are life skills? We hear a lot about life skills, and how are life skills important to succeed?
A beautiful question, Pankaj. Yes, life skills. Presently in my school, also I keep telling my children, that we are having a lot of videos prepared for our children to understand from the formative years. Why these life skills are important, and these are nothing but amalgamation of our day-to-day activities, our day-to-day, inherent skills. Life skills go hand in hand with the development, and this helps the child to succeed in later stages. So these life skills could be like a good communication skills, or of self control, or maybe talking right and critical thinking, taking up any kind of challenge. See, I am talking from formative years. Even the small child faces all these kind of queries and anxiety and self-directed. So basically, it is a set of I can say skills which a person should or must imbibe for successful life aware. If you have a good communication and collaboration skills, definitely you'll succeed. If your thinking and creativity is better than others, you have an edge over the other people. If you are able to take care of your stress, you are able to manage your stress. And at times, the most important thing is accepting criticism. We feel that I cannot be wrong, and I mean, how dare somebody points a finger at me. But toward the point is this: these are very important things that we forget. But from the formative years, I feel we should be imbibed and taught to children in the school itself. Empathy, sympathy, these are very important things. They are just not the bookish words that we use in our books and then we forget it. So acquiring good life skills definitely will help you succeed at each and every step of your life. You need them. A problem solving skill, interpersonal relationship, conflict solving. So these are all skills which are very important for a person to succeed and be happy. That's what I can say.
So probably we can say, Ms. Kaur, that this depends on person to person, on the atmosphere as well, on the age as well. So probably it can vary, right?
Yes, definitely. See, there are different reasons. There can be different barriers to it, but we all have. God has given all of us the thinking capacity. God has given us at least we know that, at least we know what is right or wrong. Choosing a right or wrong is a different decision, but that's what is the decision making where it comes. So it definitely varies from age, environment, and of course what kind of relationship having. Nothing can be perfect, but at least we can try to imbibe about 80% of it, so that 20% is taken care of that 80%.
Right. So that is the reason to all the listeners, we always say that learning is the key. What we always believe is, Ms. Kaur, that the more you learn, the more you earn. Of course, everybody's running after money, which, as per my understanding, they should not. They should try and create their own value. But life skills is one of the most important factors when it comes to success in life. Do you agree on that, Ms. Kaur?
100%. Life skills are, your knowledge, your education will definitely get through an interview, but to sustain that job and continue performing is where your life skills will work.
Right. Thank you so much, Ms. Kaur, for giving us all your time. It was a pleasure having you. And before we say bye-bye to all our listeners, I would just request if you can give a small message to all the listeners.
Yes, Pankaj, thank you so much. I would definitely love to give a message to the listeners. As we all know, that appearance and communication is an indispensable ingredient of any career. So they leave an lasting impact on receiver. Now, it's in your hand to decide whether you want a good or a bad, appearance and message to be conveyed according to your capability. So all I can say is dress appropriately, groom well, talk right to feel, look, and perform better. That is my mantra always.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Kaur, for the lovely message. And thank you so much for all your time, for your valuable time. I'm sure all the listeners, including me, we have learned a lot from you. And I would request you, if you have your precious time, we would definitely want to invite you once again, so that we all, as I said, can learn more and more from you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pankaj. And this is something I did for the first time, and I was excited so much. But before we wind up with the session, I want to, my compliments to you and your team. Pankaj, you all are doing great job during this testing time. You have not stopped empowering people, and I feel the youth is in safe hands when I get to see people doing such kind of important work for society, and knowing you by the profession of in aviation and for good many years. I'm sure people who are who have enrolled for the courses in your academy are benefited to the best of their capacity, and I'm sure you all are doing wonderful job. My lot of good wishes to you and your team. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for all your kind words again, ma'am. And of course, we are trying our best. And yes, God is with everyone. So we want everybody to learn as much as they can. We want everybody to grow. So thank you so much for all those words again. And before we say bye-bye for today, I would like to thank all of you for listening to us. Please like and subscribe to our channel, as it motivates us as well to bring more and more valuable content for all of you. Keep learning, keep growing, stay positive and stay safe, everyone. We thank you all. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pankaj. Bye-bye. Thank you all listeners.
Thank you.